Good evening, collectible connoisseur, coming at you with a 4-package mail day. As we kind of discussed in my last video, I'm going to start opening my mail on camera just to make sure I have documentation if something arrives and is amiss. But overall, these videos are really just so I can show off my collection. I'm always enthusiastic about my purchases, and I have a limited number of people who I can, who share my enthusiasm. So really, these videos are just to kind of document my collection more than anything. With that, let's get to opening. You'll see that names have been obscured to protect the innocent and or the guilty. As I'm opening, I'll remind you or inform you, if you're a new viewer, that my collection kind of has 7 main themes associated with it. 4 of them are autograph related. I like to collect certified autographs of Cincinnati Reds players, Major League Baseball players who grew up in the greater Cincinnati area, University of Cincinnati football players in University of Cincinnati gear, and Ohio State Buckeye football players in Ohio State gear. Here's one of those. This is 2022 Panini Threads Kobe Bryant rookie signature. Kobe Bryant was a defensive back. He was actually the Jim Thorpe Award winner this past year, and obviously played for the University of Cincinnati Bearcats, was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. I believe he was a 4th rounder. Kobe Bryant, the thing about him is he took that extra year given by the NCAA to, for players who played or had their one of their, seasons of eligibility affected by COVID, and he probably benefited from coming back for that extra year, and I think he was probably a steal for the Seahawks in the 4th round. Speaking more about my PC, I mentioned autographs. I also collect PSA graded cards. My PSA graded themes are flagship Topps Cincinnati Reds cards, Ken Griffey Jr. PSA graded cards, and Andrew Benintendi PSA graded cards. So obviously these all fit amongst those, and I know generally what is in these packages. This person tucked in some extra cards. It's a great way to protect the card in there. And, we got Kareem Hunt, we got Nick Chubb, we got David Bell, and then the main attraction, if you will, Jerome Ford. This is Prestige Extra Points 2022 Panini Prestige. Jerome Ford, running back for the Cincinnati Bearcats, now with the Cleveland Browns. He will be playing behind Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but I think the Browns will find that he's something special. Jerome Ford started at the University of Alabama, transferred to Cincinnati, and he had to basically sit behind Jared Dokes, who was a good running back that kind of preceded him in the program. But Jerome Ford had a nice season last year. I think he rushed for like 1,300 yards. Just, a perfect balance to Desmond Ritter's passing, and a big reason why the Bearcats went undefeated regular season and qualified for the football championship playoffs. I'm going to save this one. I know what it is. It's I know generally what it is. I know what it is. I can feel it through the packaging, and opening it will kind of disrupt continuity. trying to figure out the best way to get into this box without making a major mess of things. You know, it'd be cool if I had scissors that had a little more edge to them. There we go. All right. Wow, this one is packaged well. Kudos. Thank you to the seller who showed such care and given me a couple levels. Hopefully that indeed worked to preserve. Ah, yes. You kind of see this theme developing. Here is, what is this card? It's a Panini Legacy Futures. Alec Pierce, rookie card. Alec Pierce, wide receiver for the UC Bearcats, University of Cincinnati Bearcats. Maybe Desmond Ridder's main go-to guy. This card is numbered 8 out of 249. I missed it, but I believe this Jerome Ford was also numbered. Or maybe not. I know the Kobe Bryant was not. Alec Pierce, interesting factoid about him. When he started his career at the University of Cincinnati, he was a linebacker. Really didn't move off to receiver until he was either a late junior or maybe entirely for his senior year. But he started his career as a linebacker, was a special team stud for a little while, and then this past year thrived as Desmond Ridder's main target. Again, along with Jerome Ford, big reason that the Bearcats were in the college football playoffs. Last but not least, yeah, the reason I held these out, a couple of slabs. So these were autographs. Here's some slabs. Ken Griffey Jr. slabs. And both of those are in the same team bag. So, as I said, I collect Ken Griffey Jr. PSA graded cards. I enjoy filling in the set registries associated with Ken Griffey Jr. And here's a 2002 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. Superstar Summit. And you can see Griffey along with pictures of some other folks. I guess we could endeavor to name them. Not sure. That's Ichiro. That's Sammy Sosa. I believe that is Greg Maddux. And I'm just not sure. But top of the line there, and obviously featured on the card, Ken Griffey Jr. Here's a 1997 Bowman, Ken Griffey Jr., PSA 9. What just amazes me about this card, when did anyone ever call on Ken Griffey Jr. to bunt? I'm just amazed that there was a photographer who captured this and that it made it as an image onto a kind of a main issue type of baseball card. And last but not least, oops, well, I guess you can tell who sold me these. And, let's give them some publicity because this was packaged pretty nicely. DC Sports 87.com. I guess they do consignment. Obviously, these were probably consigned to them. Here's a 1994 Collector's Choice Ken Griffey Jr. checklist card. So these fit nicely into the Ken Griffey Jr. PC. And that's it. A little 4-package PC Mailday. I know that I have a few purchases that I'm waiting for them to be received in the mail, and so we'll do this again sometime soon. Until then, take care.